Are you ready for an adventure?
Yes.
What country do you want to do this adventure in?
Sweden.
Sweden? But which country are you in right now?
Norway.
Norway. You ready for a drive?
Yep.
Let's go. Right, this is our first time renting a car outside of the US. It's a brand new car, so never had that before. Following signs for car rental. We're gonna head down. Oh, I see national. Driver license. Clear signs to go to the car rental. Alamo, Enterprise, and National all the way at the end. Right, so it took us half hour to get our keys to a brand new Volkswagen Tiguan. Is that the number? Where? Oh, that one. This car has been driven 10 kilometers, so a brand new Tiguan. The whole process of renting a car was much more longer than in the States, just because you have to go to the counter, no emerald aisle that you can just walk out of, but we ended up getting a nice little upgrade. Okay, so we got our car seats, Khiz and Eesa in the back with very enormous booster seats that are not comfortable. We got our Tiguan all set up. So far, our car rental experiment in Oslo is paying off because we get to see really nice valleys and hills and farms. This starts our journey from Oslo, Norway to Sweden. We don't know which part, but that's the idea. All set. Let's go to Sweden. 66 kilometers on this road. Tomorrow we fly back to New York City. We may go and see a North Pole expedition ship from 1890. Alright, so we are at the 2-hour and 41-minute mark. We left around noon. So far, it's been a nice, fairly empty drive. We'll see what happens when we go closer to the Swedish border. Both Khiz and Eesa passed out. We'll pick it back up when we are at the maybe 1.5 hour mark. So we came to Oslo yesterday. We landed around, was it 1:30? And got to the hotel around 3, then went out around the palace, walked around and went to bed around midnight. I went to bed around 2. So it's been a pretty late. And now we're driving to Sweden today, and tomorrow we fly back to New York City. So I picked this up in Nashville last week at the airport. This is gum with 60 mg of caffeine, and that caffeine is gonna go into our system to give us some energy. I opened the window so I can shoot this beautiful farm And as soon as I did that,
And the car says,
yeah, the car popped a sign, please close the window.
It said something like aerodynamic drag. So close the windows.
So again, we're on a Volkswagen Tiguan. I think it's a 2023 model. We got it brand new. It had 10 kilometers on it. But that's pretty cool that I opened the window and the car said you can. At 2-hour mark for a 3-hour 20-minute drive, and now we are in traffic. Khiz and Eesa are still fast asleep, and so far it's been a beautiful ride through the countryside. Crossing a bridge on our way to the border. Wait, does this mean we entered Sweden? Wait, looks like we have entered Sweden, but we never really went through a border with like an agent. Well, that'll be interesting if there is no actual border crossing. Even as I'm saying this, it sounds silly.
Stop.
Yeah, welcome to Sweden. Why are you laughing so much? After miles and miles, we saw McDonald's. So as common as it is everywhere else, we haven't seen any fast food until this moment. The majority of the scenery, instead of McDonald's, it kind of looks like that.
With
Just cows and sheep and horses grazing the countryside.
Goodness.
That is beautiful.
The beautiful view. There's so much to look at.
And I was just looking at the beetle in front of us. I don't get to see classic beetle just on the highway.
It is really fast because I'm trying to catch up and it's like just that little thing is.
Yeah, you're at 117.
Yeah, only for this car.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just to catch up to the beetle. Okay, we are closing in on an hour mark, driving in Sweden. There was no border crossing, like no stops. We were sitting with our passports, and now we are on this beautiful bridge. So far, it's been a beautiful drive. A great idea to just rent a car and drive from Oslo to Gothenburg or Gothenburg. We'll find out what the real pronunciation is when we get close. So these trees.
see the bridge?
No, ooh, I just saw the bridge.
In 800 meters, keep left to stay on E6.
Eesa, did you see the bridge?
Keep left to stay on
So
E6.
high.
Yeah, it comes out from that mountain.
Continue on E6 for 1 kilometer.
What is the famous car company of Sweden?
Volvo.
Volvo. 19 minutes away from the Volvo Museum. So we have been driving for 3 hours now. We left Oslo around noon. It's 3 o'clock. There is a Volvo Museum.
About Norway, if you like Canada. We're in Sweden. What?
We're in Sweden.
Yeah.
2 hours ago, we left Norway. We have been driving in Sweden for the last 2 hours. I believe we are passing by a Volvo dealership or the headquarters of Volvo, maybe. And on our way still to the Volvo Museum. The museum closes at 4. We left at noon and now it's 3:30 or 3:25. So when we get there, there'll be 25 minutes of us and the museum open.
Oh, the world?
Yeah, that's the headquarters of Volvo.
Continue on Swordsvegen for 1 kilometer.
Alright, we just drove 4 hours from Norway to Sweden just so we can visit the Volvo Museum.
Gonna be 2 billion hours. No, actually just 3.
I think it is a mosque. It's Arabic.
Arabic? Look!
Keep left to stay on E6.
Oh, that's very cool. And Eesa, make a funny face.